Hello all. I'll tell you more about this knife in a minute, but while I had the thing set up, I wanted to film this real quick. I'm sure some of you have seen these before. It's nothing new. Maybe some of you haven't, and if you haven't, and you wondered whether it was worth investing in, the couple of bucks to get one of these Lansky sharpening systems, I cannot recommend them enough. They're fantastic. I mean, it's almost foolproof. Now what you get is a series of stones from like super coarse to extra fine. Each of the stones has a hole that you mount this rod in, and then there's a special clamp that you can use. I put mine in my vise with varying degrees from 17 to 30, and most often I find myself using the 25 or the 20 for general purpose kind of stuff. So you put the rod in there, you lay the stone down on the blade, and you're back and forth, and it keeps that angle perfect the whole time, and you end up coming off with a really nice edge. And then another thing that I have to recommend, once you're done with your sharpening, and this is pretty slick, and it's a little clamp that just undo the screws and it comes out. Once you've finished with your sharpening, and I use this for my leather tools, a strop. You get a piece of leather, glue it to a board, and rub some polishing rouge on it. And then after you're done sharpening, to get that real fine razor edge, what you're really doing is you're rubbing off that little tiny edge of the metal that has gotten run over, kind of like a burr. And once you've done a couple of good strops, you get an edge that you can pretty much shave with. Now, I'll pause this for a second. I'll lay it down here on the healing bench, and we can take a look at it. So this knife is nothing, super special. No great brand name. It does have a marking on it, Canon, I believe, and some little markings. Some sort of a model number. But this reminds me of one of those like old Italian farmers' knives. Maybe even something that one of those old Sicilian kind of movies give you a necktie with this kind of thing. Now, anyway, this knife I found at a gun show. In fact, I walked past it a couple of times and didn't buy it, but then I went back and got it because this knife reminded me of my best friend Joe's dad, Joe Sr. And I thought that this would make a nice gift for Joe. And that's 2 years ago at a show that I bought this, and this is one of my regrets, is that Joe Sr. has passed since then. And I never got the opportunity to gift this knife to him. And not anything, super special, and I don't think it cost me, it was probably less than 20 bucks. But it's one of those things that I think we've all discovered in this knife series, that it's about more than the knife. It's the gift. It's the showing someone that you appreciate them, you think highly of them. If there's somebody special for you, go ahead and get that knife and give it to them. Now, another of my regrets on this knife is that even though it didn't make it into Joe Sr.'s hands, it hasn't made it into Joe Jr.'s hands yet. I haven't seen him for quite a while. We got tied up with that whole thing last spring and summer, not being able to get around very much. But we've been meaning to get back together at some point, and the next time I see him, I will definitely be handing this off to him and let him know how special it was, as far as meaning to be a gift for his dad. So next time I see him, this is definitely going to get passed on to him. And one more little thing to share for you here at the end. Alright, Seth and I just got back from a quick little trip to Bass Pro. Got some shells for the 20 gauge to shoot clays, and he's been asking for something sharp and pointy, and he's ready for it. Now he's got a couple little trinket knives, something he got on vacation, had his name carved on it. And he was with me when I bought this, but he doesn't know it was for him. So that's going to be your first official pocket knife that you'll be allowed to carry, tend to yourself. Now, the best way to do this is to go in here.
What makes it say you need a knife to open a knife?
It's a good question. You need a knife to open a knife. Alright, you gotta be able to get out of there now. There you go. That is a Buck 112 Slim. That is similar to what I carried when I was a kid your age. So, be responsible with it.
Careful with it.
Don't cut toward yourself. It has a lock back. You push this little button and it closes.
What's that?
You have a thumb stud to open it with.
Ooh, both sides.
And it has a pocket clip. So you can tuck it in your pocket and clip it on.
Cool.
Happy? Good. Love you. Thanks.